Welcome back. Well, we are living in a digital age where technology dictates almost every aspect of our daily life. Private, personal information online can be easily accessed with the click of a button. Technology strategist turned author Christopher Smith became a victim of a life-changing identity theft incident, which inspired his new book, Privacy Pandemic, coming out on November 7th. Pick it up. Christopher joins us right now. Christopher, thanks very much for being here, for writing this book. And you write, Privacy Pandemic, How Cyber Criminals Determine Targets, Attack Identities, and Violate Privacy, and How Consumers, Companies, and Policymakers Can Fight Back. You were a victim. What happened?
So long story short, I experienced extreme identity theft and was targeted by cyber criminals due to my involvement in the cryptocurrency industry back in 2018. And it turns out that it was someone that I was in a romantic relationship with. So we all have to understand that we are vulnerable to anyone that may want to come after us for certain types of information. And not only did I get targeted for trying to steal crypto from me and my former company, I went through an extreme battle of identity theft, and I had to hire all the experts to help me piece together my digital life so I can resecure it, but also to help people understand that you need to take our digital privacy and security much more seriously, especially with what's happening with AI and the recent executive order that came out on Monday.
Well, they even targeted your mother. Yeah. And this created what? How many years of you trying to control or get your identity back?
So once I found out they targeted my mom, that sent me into a different stratosphere in terms of wanting to go after them and take them down. No one wants to go after someone's mom. But it took me about 2 years to figure out how they had breached my mom's home router. So every time we thought we had solved the issue, I'd go home to San Francisco and visit my family, and then all of a sudden it would start all over again.
Wow.
To the tune of them compromising my social security number over 50 times in a year. So I hired all these former experts, or these experts in privacy and security and digital forensics, and we had to piece together all the data to figure out who it was and how they breached us.
You mentioned AI, so we were talking in the break about the emergence of AI and the dangers of AI, whether it's voice, whether it's image. We saw an instance happen in Phoenix about a year ago where a young girl's voice was taken out of context. They called the mother, saying that, I've been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the daughter was at home, like, watching television.
Oh, my God, terrible.
So what do you say to the average person about our voice, our faces? Because we're all over the place, Instagram and Facebook. Do we need to be more careful about our online activity and what we post, for example?
And can someone's personal or financial data get stolen or hacked online? What do you do?
Yeah, so two things. So first, in terms of us being scared of, talking on the phone with our friends, unfortunately, that's just the world we live in now, right? So one of the biggest things that I've learned is that if I do get a phone call like that, or a text message, or an email, I need to trust that it is that person, but I ultimately need to verify it first. So that story I've heard a few times as well, where a grandmother will get a phone call from someone she thinks is her grandson who needs bail money.
That happened to, that happened to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And my mother. Yeah, we got calls.
Yeah, it's a horrible experience. And two, once you do realize that your information is out there, you need to stay calm and you need to start to understand who else may have access to that data, right? And start to enable things like multi-factor authentication across all my accounts. So a scary example of that is what happened recently with 23andMe accounts, where most of the accounts that were breached did not have multi-factor authentication on them. So us as consumers need to just sit down, put it on our calendar, and start to review and understand where we might be vulnerable with our privacy and security, and just do the work.
Did you multi-facet authorization for all of these apps on your phone?
In my opinion, you should.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so you have to take the time, right?
Yeah,
and like any new habit that you're creating, whether you need to walk 10,000 steps a day here in the city or go to the gym 4 days a week, just calendar an hour to address your business accounts and your personal accounts. And once you start doing that every month, it just becomes part of your routine.
Is there anyone who's particularly vulnerable? Because I was shocked to find out that Gen Z is more scammed for money than boomers and millennials.
And seniors.
And
they go after seniors all the time.
Yeah, so I think we're all vulnerable, right? Yeah. You just never know who it's going to be. But Gen Z is definitely more vulnerable because they've grown up in the internet age, right? I didn't get on the internet until I was 16, right? So when you look at seniors, they're still some of them are still trying to figure out how to use technology.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom uses TikTok, which is insane to me. But, she used it before I did. So long story short, I think everyone is vulnerable, and you have to just be aware that there are scammers out there,
Yeah.
and you have to be prepared.
Great point. Privacy Pandemic is the book. Congrats to you. Thanks
you
for
so
being
much.
here, Christopher Smith. We'll be right back.